All right, so this has got to be one of the most funniest things I've seen happen in the gaming industry in a while, and this is news from the middle of last year, the summer of last year, but I was just scrolling Twitter as one does, and I saw this article, and I've never seen this before, and I myself thought it was funny, so I thought I would share it with you guys. So Microsoft's Phil Spencer, the company who's always like, oh, we want to share on other platforms and everybody wins and everyone gets games and oh, we love Sony, blah, 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 blah. We're all friends. But behind the scenes in the courtroom, he is like, they're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill the Xbox. They're trying to stop us. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. It is so funny, the fakeness. And he even goes on to throw his own fan base under the bus and his own Xbox ecosystem under the bus in this article here, as we'll come to read, and it is so funny. So to give you guys a little background of what is going on, and it's over now, but a couple years ago Xbox was buying a bunch of studios, Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax, Bethesda, and the reason behind this, there was a rumor that Sony was making exclusivity deals with Bethesda for Starfield, and Xbox could not allow that to happen, so they were forced to buy Bethesda. And others say no, they're just being Microsoft and buying stuff because they don't build anything of their own. And so the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, took Microsoft to court and basically was saying, look, you're monopolizing, you can't do this. You're buying every game studio and publisher, you cannot do this. And so Microsoft had to go to court and fight against it and say they're not monopolizing, and long story short, they ended up winning and they purchased Activision Blizzard. So we have a little article that talks about the court hearing and some things that were said in the court hearing, and it is very funny. So Phil Spencer, Sony takes 30% cut from Microsoft's games on PlayStation, uses profits to reduce Xbox's survival. It is a business, it is a competition. Of course, Sony wants to get rid of the competition. This isn't any business. They are not your friends, they are not your allies, they are not for the players. This is a business to make money. You're not for the players, and you're not for the players either. You're trying to make money, but since you're losing, you're trying to make it for the players. So Sony is basically shows you mercy and doesn't put you out of your misery. That's what's happening right now. Microsoft, that is what is happening here. Microsoft is begging, please don't kill me. Please, please show mercy. And Sony is not. They're showing them a little mercy is what's happening. But if the roles were reversed, it wouldn't be like this. So it's very kind of embarrassing right now how Microsoft, in this article, it really shows Microsoft in the position that they really are in, begging for Sony not to kill them, pretty much. So Phil Spencer, Sony takes 30% cut, and so we'll get into this article here. In a statement made by Xbox head Phil Spencer during the FTC versus Microsoft case hearing, it was revealed that Sony takes a 30% cut from Microsoft's products on the PlayStation platform. Spencer also labeled Sony as an aggressive competitor, with profits from the revenue cut used to undermine Xbox's survival on the market. Okay, here's an easy fix. Take your games off and they lose that 30%. Because they're not getting 30% from their games because going on the Xbox, because you're not putting it on the Xbox. They're not putting their games on the Xbox. So you don't have to put your games on the PlayStation. What's that? You're choosing to do that anyway? Then Sony can take whatever percentage they want. If Microsoft sells a game for $10, that's their game on the PlayStation, Sony gets $3 of that $10. Yeah, it's a lot, but you're doing it. That's your fault. So don't cry that Sony's doing it. It's like they're crying, oh, well, look at Sony. They're taking 30% and they're being aggressive. Now, they're being aggressive because they're trying to make exclusivity deals, as he says here. Microsoft's Phil Spencer testifies in court today that he believes Sony is an aggressive competitor that is blocking Xbox's survival with their third-party deals. I think it is true that Sony was trying to make a deal with Bethesda to not be on the Xbox with Starfield. I think that is true, and Microsoft was forced to buy Bethesda. Every time we ship a game on PlayStation, Sony captures 30% of that revenue, and they use that money to, okay, stop giving PlayStation your games and make your own exclusivity deals with Bethesda and make your own games. And therefore, more people might buy your console and you'll have more power. You did this already with the OG Xbox and the 360. You put out good exclusive games, and by your second attempt, the 360, that was the main console of choice in each household. And if the Red Ring of Death didn't happen, the 3 Red Rings of Death, you would have been number 1 for a long time. But yeah, the Red Rings of Death. It seems as though Sony and the Wii, yeah, the Wii stopped that. It seems as though Sony's actions extend beyond simple revenue cuts too. Spencer claims that PS5 dev kits were sent late to Microsoft, which resulted in an unoptimized version of Minecraft for the PS5. So, they sent the dev kits late to Microsoft, and Microsoft gave them an unoptimized version. So the FTC argues in court that Microsoft did that on purpose. They gave Sony an unoptimized version on purpose as revenge. So, Sony sending the dev kits to Microsoft late could be for many reasons. It could be they didn't want Microsoft to see the specs. They didn't, because maybe this was in 2020 or 2019. They didn't want them to see the specs to see what the PS5 was going to be like. They wanted, that's the only thing I could think of right now, but there could be many reasons because it's a competition. So Spencer went on to reveal that, well, yeah, we gave them a bad, unfinished port of Minecraft on the PS5, but it's because it was the PS4 version of the game, which just shows that Microsoft did not care about the PS5 version of the game. When the FTC stated that Microsoft had retaliated by not providing an optimized version of the PS5 through its 3-year lifespan, Spencer also mentioned that there isn't an optimized version for the Xbox Series X either, which is hilarious. So the FTC says there's been time to develop a PS5 Minecraft by now, and oh my gosh. There's been time to develop PS5 Minecraft by now, and that this Microsoft's revenge. Yeah, it's funny when people do not know how to spell. Yeah, the FTC said, look, you have had enough time to develop Minecraft by now for the PS5. It's Minecraft. It's been 3 months. And Phil Spencer was like, well, we didn't even do that. We gave him the PS4 version, but we didn't even make an optimized next-gen Series X version either, which is hilarious because he's like, we don't even give a crap about our fans on the Xbox for Minecraft. So fuck our player base. So this last sentence here, guys, is all you need to look at. That they don't even care about the player base. They don't care about the Xbox. They don't care about Minecraft and Minecon. Yeah. So this article is very funny. It's very funny. It shows that Microsoft behind the scenes, well, in front of the scenes, they speak, oh, yeah, I love Sony, oh, good, for the players, oh, good games, everyone wins, have our games, maybe give us your games, no exclusivity. But behind the scenes, they're on their knees like, they're trying to kill us. Sony is trying to kill us. It's wild. It's funny to... I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Like, subscribe, join the Wolf Guy channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.